All right, everybody, we are back, and it is round two with our Naya burn. We looks like we won the die roll. We'll go ahead and try to be on the play. This is a very good starting hand. I'm trying to decide whether I want to start with the Swift Spear or with the Nakatl. Swift Spear you can get on the board and attack, but I think we'll probably start with the Wild Nakatl. We'll go ahead and play Wooded Foothills, crack it for a stomping ground. And then get this on the board. Alright, looks like it's Tron. Tron is not the greatest of matchups for us, but we can definitely battle with him. We'll go ahead and crack this, making our Nakatl a 3/3. We'll get that Foundry out there. We'll pay the 2 life. You'll learn quickly that you're not the most concerned with your life total in burn right away. You start worrying about it later on. That's kind of the way burn is. You know, we've dealt 8 damage, but we've done 6 damage to ourselves. So technically, we've done 14 damage in 2 turns. So he's got his Tron going on here. So the question is whether I want to play out the Eidolon or the Boros Charm this turn. We play the Boros Charm, and we're definitely going to get in for 4, 5, 6, 9 damage. But we could also end up doing that anyway. You know, Eidolon is not the greatest against Tron, considering he does have all his Tron lands next turn. So we may just go ahead and do the Boros Charm to trigger our prowess, getting as much damage as possible, and then we could, after attacks, go ahead and get him down to lightning strike range. We do have lots of cards that end up doing 3 damage. We have Rift Bolt, lightning strike, lava spike. Oh, and he doesn't have the worm coil engine, which is great for us. So he does a sphere, which will add some mana, draw a card, plays his Ancient Stirrings. So, I mean, at this point, it does look like Eidolon would have been a decent draw there for us, or a decent play. He's going to play out the Oblivion Stone, play out his Sphere. And see, that's where having Eidolon would have been great. He plays all these cheap little cards that just to get him to his Karn and Tron. Or his Karn, his Worm Coils. I mean, the good thing is we can go ahead and attack in here. And that's a win right there. So he does play a lot of artifacts in Tron. We will probably want to bring in Destructive Revelry, because it also works really well against a Worm Coil. Searing Blaze is definitely not where we want to be. Eidolon, on the draw, we'll go ahead and take out a couple of those. Path to Exile is a decent card for us. Molten Rain as well. I'm not sure that I don't think we really want to be doing the Eidolon, honestly. He does have a decent amount of life gain if he plays Worm Coil Engine, so let's go ahead and bring in the 2 Skull Cracks. We'll take out 2 Rift Bolts. So we had Molten Rain to try to get rid of his Tron lands. We'll do Path to Exile to try to get rid of any of his big creatures, which he's going to be ramping up to. And let's go for it. Alright, so decent amount of lands. We would love to have a creature here, but trust me, in this deck, if you just have a 2-land all-spell kind of thing, you're willing to do it. Let's go ahead and crack that. We'll go get our Sacred Foundry because we don't play a lot of lands in this deck, so when we can get our colors, we want to do it. Especially because we don't have another fetch land here. The Rootbound Crag, saves some life because it comes in and there's a fetch land for us anyway. But let's go ahead and play this. And we're going to want to save these Atarka's Command for when he does get a bigger spell or a bigger creature that can gain him some life. We do have Skullcrack also, though. We'll move to attack. If he does play something like a Lightning Bolt, which is highly doubtful, I was saving my Lightning Bolt to pump up my prowess, but I'll go ahead and deal some damage in. And so he'll go get Urza's Mine. So he does not have Tron yet, but he's able to make a good deal of mana. He does have Urza's Tower now, though. Alright, so we've got a land. And I think we'll just go ahead and deal 3 damage and get a +1/+1. Because it'll also get a +1/+1 from Prowess. So it's actually dealing... It's going to deal 5 damage out of that 2 mana spell. And then we've got him down to 4. The good thing for us is something like a Wormcoil Engine is only really gaining life with attacking or blocking. So it doesn't have haste either. Well, and there's a way for him to gain some life, though. Alright, so... And he'll go ahead and crack it now when he can. Hopefully for us we can maybe draw out another land and go ahead and finish him off, though. And actually a Lava Spike should probably do it, though. We'll go ahead and crack this. We can just go get a basic mountain now. No need to risk the life loss. Lava Spike. And then we'll go ahead and deal 3 damage and give some +1/+1. And let's attack him. I'm not sure what he would have in his hand. Maybe something out of the sideboard. I don't know, but... Hopefully he didn't just rage quit and walk away from his computer. Although I'd be kind of okay with that, considering the fact that it would be for a win for us. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and we'll see what he does. If he comes back, I will go ahead and record again. I don't know what Tron would be doing in this part of the game where they're going to gain life. I don't know that they play anything like a feed the clan kind of thing, but I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll probably see you back for round 3. Thanks. This is Josh from Basement Level Magic.